Let us all say amen. Amen. Heaven's on the other side. As a believer, as a Christian, we know that heaven's on the other side.
Yes, sir.
It's a blessing to stand here before you today. I'm Brother Joel Donaldson, and first I'd like to say it's an honor and a blessing to be able to celebrate our pastor and wife's 40th anniversary. We are so blessed to have them as servants. They protect us, they pray for us, they lead us in a wonderful way, in a mighty way. And we are certainly appreciative of that. We can't say enough of what Brother Joe and Sister Mary does for us and our congregation. And not only here at this congregation, but all the congregations and all in our communities. They're such beacons for the community. And we want to thank them for that, for sure. It is our Youth Sunday, and Brother Anderson always gives us our message, and he will give us our message, but we certainly are proud and happy to have Brother Ryan Hall to speak again to us today. Ryan's going to say a few words. Ryan is a student at Village Tech. You know, he goes to a technical school. He's a sharp young man. We're proud of him. I don't know what it is about Pemberton Hill, but all of our young people do really well. We have young men and women going to Ivy League schools, graduating from Baylor University, Harvard, and not just those, but anywhere they go further their education is a blessing. It's good. And And it's not all about that either. It's about even when they're working and doing well and doing for the Lord.
That's it.
And then we got some that mess up out there. And that's good too. That's good too, because we know they know where to come back. And you gonna mess up. Matter of fact, I hope you mess up. That's how we learn. But we thank God for Ryan. Ryan is going to say a little bit about God's protection. And you know, we need to listen. A lot of times as adults, we don't always listen to young people, but they have a lot to offer, a whole lot to offer. We can learn. You can learn till the day you die, and we can certainly learn. They don't always have the wisdom that you have, but you can certainly learn from what they tell us. They're out there in a different world now. So there's a lot that we can learn from them, and we certainly thank God for Ryan, and we want to bring him up. Brother Huff, we're going to bring Brother Ryan up with a song, and he's going to give us a little talk. Amen. Amen.
Y'all remember this? Y'all got to help me out, man. Y'all got to help me out. Somebody help me this morning. I need some help this morning. One word. We'll do one word. I need some help on this morning. See if you can do this, Richard. Well, if you want it, see, hold on. Y'all got to come in now. Y'all can't do that now. You got to come in. Now, if I say the building's on fire, y'all all jump up right out here one time. I won't say nothing. If you want it, y'all got to come in. God's got it. Well, if you want it, God's got it. If you need it, God's got it. If you want it, God's got it. He got everything you need. He got everything you need. If you want it, God's got it. If you need it, God's got it. If you want it, God's got it. He got everything you need. He got everything you need. I guess I'm gonna cut it off. Y'all know some more to that.
God does got it. God's protection. There's a lot of times when we really overlook the fact that God protects us everywhere we go. There's a lot of times we could have been dead, hurt badly, or just not here today.
Yes, sir.
Even though we lose people, we have to know, wait, that's something. God does got it. He got us. He can.
Oh, yeah.
God's protection.
Yes, sir.
There's one time, a lot of y'all know this already, but this ties in with this really good. I was over my cousin's house riding a bike, in a car zoomed down the street. That could have hit me. Like I was in mid-street, and there was a curb right there. I could have hit, quick turn. I still got hurt, but I wasn't dead. God protects me. Because we do have to experience, we do have to mess up to grow. We do have to mess up to go on. I have my first verse is Psalms chapter 91, verse 9 through 12. I'll give you all a second. It reads, if you say, the Lord is my refuge, and you make the Most High your dwelling, No harm will overtake you, no disaster will come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways, like personal bodyguards. They will lift you up in their hands, so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. The Lord is my refuge. Refuge is a really common word. I know what it means, but I still search up the definition. Definition of refuge is somewhere you try to protect yourself from physical harm by going there. And the example they gave me is a really good example. They took refuge in a bomb shelter. Let the Lord be your bomb shelter. Let him be the place you go to in a time of trouble. When there's a bad storm, let you go turn to him first. Not the news, not no devices. Let you turn to him first. Let him be your tornado shelter when the tornado's right there. Because he does send his angels as your personal bodyguards. Like celebrities. We're a celebrity in heaven. We have our own bodyguards. That's what's going on. Trust in the Lord, because he will protect you. He has you all times. He does have you in his hands. I have another verse. Deuteronomy, verse 31, chapter 31, verse 6. It reads, it reads, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified, for the Lord goes with you. He will never leave or forsake you. We hear it a lot, but like it really doesn't go any deeper. Like this is a really common verse. It's you. There's a lot of times where we're scared of him. Like people that are higher up than us. But why be scared of them when we're actually all the same level? Like we're no different. It's the title, it's the words. The words don't mean nothing. We're all human, we're all the same. So why be afraid of other men? Only person you should fear is the Lord. In the Bible, there's a story in the Bible, I've learned this really young. It was about Daniel. He got thrown in the lion's den. He wasn't scared. God had him. God protected him. God's protection. He sent his personal bodyguards to Daniel. So not the lions that they didn't want to, because they wanted to eat Daniel. They was hungry. They just couldn't. They couldn't. They knew not to mess with him. They knew not to mess with somebody that had personal bodyguards. Because the lions could have ended up Daniel's dinner. Then I have one more. Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And it reads, so do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. The Lord will forever be with you at all times. He will protect you at all times. It all ties in to protection. He will strengthen you, like he gave Samson strength that one last time, even with his hair cut off. He will give you strength. You have to just trust him. Because it's like protection.
Take your time.
God will protect you anytime. He'll protect you when you're eating. Like, you know you're about to tone, that's a common thing. He'll protect you from that, because that really hurts. You could be walking down the road, and somebody with bad intents could be behind you, but nah, God's protection. He got you. You could be chilling in your house watching TV. Somebody can knock on the door, Actually, there was this one time, we had our gate open. I not the gate. We had a door open and the gate was closed. And somebody had a lawnmower. He walked out the door and started banging on the thing like, and we just sitting there looking at him. I'm pretty sure it was a glass gate. He could have busted it down. But like we just all looked there. He walked back. Like he was gonna do nothing. He waited. Didn't walk out. Yeah, couldn't get in. Because of God's protection. He couldn't. He's in a car wreck because of my mom's been in a car wreck. She's okay. God had her. The angels had her. There was one time everybody was in the car. We could have been in a car wreck. But God's protection. Our personal bodyguards were there. He protected the whole world during this pandemic. He has us all because a lot of crazy stuff is happening. It's different for a lot of us. Nobody's really used to this. Nobody really expected this to happen. We can't see what's gonna happen. That's why you just have faith in the Lord. Let the Lord be your refuge. Let Him be your bomb shelter you go to when you need it. It's like trust and protection. That's really all.
Good job. Great job, Ryan.
Y'all think light of that, but that's a tough act to follow. And the bad thing about it is that I have to come up here right out there. He has some good stuff in there. You hear this young man talking about God's protection. Yeah. It's so true. Get a little room to work with. Good morning, everybody. I was just going to talk to you all about our wonderful pastor and his body. That's all I want to do, is just talk to you about it. And how great they are amongst this congregation. And not only amongst this congregation, just like Joel says that, even outside of this congregation, you can't mention Fontaine anywhere without somebody knowing him and their family. Because, and I was thinking about Joshua. And it's come, the verses, the scripture is, the chapter is 1 through 7. And I know you already heard it because he read it to you, right? I want to read it again. Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses, minister, saying, Moses my servant is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan. Thou, meaning you, Joshua, and all this people unto the land which I do give to them. Listen to what he says here. Even to the children of Israel. That there was two different types of people in which we were included in this. He says, you and all these people. And then he says, and even the children of Israel. So that's us. Okay? Now why did he make it separate? Because it was something about you all that God had to say, and you all too. See, because it ain't easy dealing with y'all. It's not easy dealing with y'all. Ever since God has come to you and rescued you from bondage, been something else. And he says, and even them, take them with you. I mean, don't leave them out, God is saying. And he's saying this to you, Fontaine. He says, every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto you. As I said unto Moses, from the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, and all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sun, the sea towards the going down of the sun. In other words, God's saying, from over there to over there. He's saying, as far as you can see over there, and as far as you can see over there, it's yours.
All right.
There shall not any man, listen, be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so shall I be with you. He says that the same way I took care of Moses and all the people, Joshua, I'm going to take care of you. Fontaine, there was a pastor that was before you. And the same way, Fontaine, that I took care of that pastor, I'm going to take care of you. Now, many of you may not know this, that Fontaine's father was a pastor. And the same way I took care of Fontaine, I'm going to take care of Fontaine. I'm going to take care of you too. Only he says this, be thou strong. No. Be strong and of good courage. He said, be strong and of good courage. Yeah, be strong. Yes, be strong. But the main word here is be courageous. See, because there are going to be some things that you're going to see me do as God that you're not even going to believe yourself. And you're not going to be able to explain it to the people that it is transpiring like this because I'm giving it to you. Don't let this scare you, Fontaine. Don't let what I'm going to do in your life make you afraid. Don't let it be discouraged to you. Be of good courage. Because I'm going to just tell you like it is. If I stepped up to some water and God told me just to put my feet, touch my feet into the banks of the water, and the water will come up and it's standing 10 feet tall and I can walk through, I don't know. I think I might need some courage. Did you hear what I said? I think I might need some courage. And the water is standing up as far as 10 miles down the road, and it's standing up 10 feet tall, and God is saying, you and the people, go over the Jordan. Go over the Jordan. Don't be afraid. Be of good courage. Be of good courage. Because I'm about to do something, Fontaine, in your life. And it's going to take courage to keep on keeping on. Even you and all these people. Even you and the people.
Thank you, Father.
We're here this morning to show our appreciation to you, J.E. Fontaine, and First Lady Mary Fontaine, for your dedication and your service here at this congregation. I would like for all of us, those that are in agreement with me, to stand and let's give a good applause and a thank you to this people, because they are doing this. No amount of money could repay them for what they do here at this congregation. We say to you, Sister Mary Fontaine and Sister and Brother Joe Fontaine, thank you. We say to you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your visits to our homes. Thank you for consoling us when we needed a shoulder. Thank you for meeting us at the hospital. Somebody in here know what I'm talking about. Somebody in here made that phone call. And that morning, the first thing you thought of, the first somebody you thought of was called Sister Mary and Joe Fontaine. You said to the other person that was there, have you called the pastor? You said to them, well, let's call the pastor. When it's 3 o'clock in the morning, call the pastor. Because he is our shoulder. He's our rod. He makes sense of all this stuff. I ain't got no sense right now. I'm standing in a hospital and the doctor is telling me one thing and the person is laying over there. I can't make sense of this stuff. I need somebody to help me make sense of what's going on in my life right now. So call the pastor. Call the pastor. Get him on the phone. Get him on the phone. I need to talk to him. I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to talk to. I'm so glad that God sent you our way.
Thank you.
You mean something special, Sister Mary and Brother Fontaine, in each of our lives. In all our lives. I mean, you just something special. And I was trying to find the words to explain it, but I didn't even know the words when I found it, so I couldn't even say them. So I just left them alone. I just left them alone. I was going to get up here and embarrass myself trying to say the words, and so I just left the words alone. I just said you just mean something special in our lives. And all of us know what that means. Crushing moments. Crushing moments. And I know Joshua had some crushing moments. Some times when, I don't know what I'm going to do with these people. I've come to my week's end. What am I supposed to do now, God? How many times maybe you have to go to God? Fontaine? Sister Mary, how many times have you got to pray about what was going on in your household? And even your pastor. Not just your husband, but your pastor. How many times have you had to go to God? I imagine Joshua had to go to God 1,000 times. At least 1,000 times. But God's... Let me explain the story real quick. Here it is now. This is after Joshua and the people had now crossed over into the promised land. See, because when you cross the Jordan, you now cross over into the land of Canaan. Everybody know about the land of Canaan. The land of what? Milk? What they told them about 100 years ago, when they come there out of the land, out of Babylon, he told them, now I'm going to take you to. I'm going to take you to land. I'm going to take you to Canaan. I'm going to take you to the land of promise. But here it is now that they've now crossed over into the promised land. But crossing over into the promised land, what they didn't know is there was a fight that had to take place. And that's why God was telling Joshua, be strong and be courageous. See, some of us don't realize it, but we're already in Canaan. get over here on this side. Some of us don't realize it, but you are already in the promised land. Because what you imagine the promised land, oh yeah, when I get to heaven, baby, I'm gonna cross over the river of Jordan, I'm gonna be in the promised land. No, these people were not dead. These people weren't dead. And the promised land, the word God was talking about, is the land of plenty. What you mean, everyone's land of plenty? You got more than that than you ever had. Y'all know that you got them checks. Because they giving me $300 check every month. You know what I'm talking about, them PPP checks, all them checks and stuff. Them brand new cars you got, them nice cars you got. Come on now. I saw you throw your hand. Yeah, you got that nice car. Yes, you do. You got that nice car. And money in your pocket. More money than you ever had. We're already living in the promised land. We're already living in the... Listen, if we think about it, yeah, Murder Street was nice. Murder Street was all right. Some of us want to go back to Murder Street. You just go head on, baby. You go on back on over there. Go on. At least we can sit and look out the window. And they had plenty of fans in front of them down there. And we had air conditioning blowing. I sit next to the air conditioner. I sit next to the air conditioner in the window. That was always my seat. You come from that to this. God has been good to you. Yes, God has. God's been good to you. We're already living in that promise. And you know what? He could have done that with the pastor that was before. But he waited till Fontaine came along. He waited till he got old enough. And then he made him look at this land, and it was nothing but trees and wilderness on here. Nothing but trees and wilderness. And you looked at it, and you came back and you told us about it, and we said, baby, I don't know what he's going to do with that, boy. That's a mess over there. And when he bought this land right here, let me show you how God worked. The city gave him more land. Go back. As far back there as you can see. Y'all don't even know what y'all sitting on, don't you? Y'all don't even have a clue, do you? You're in the promised land. You here. This is $1 million, that's $1 million, that's $1 million, that's $1 million over there. All that property back there. I know I should not be telling you all this stuff. Hey, God waited till he got old enough and gave him a vision. Gave him a vision. If you're going to lead the people, you have to be a visionary. A visionary. Hey, there it is right there. Visionary. I got it right. If you're going to lead the people, you have to be a visionary. Let me tell you why. When we look at a tree, we see a tree. The visionary looks at a tree, he sees a table. He sees pews. He sees chairs. That's a visionary. That's what Fontaine is. Crushing moments. Let me hear it. A moment. Crushing moments. It is in crushing moments that you find out what kind of pastor you have. If a pastor is going to talk about others and crushing moments, they have to be transparent with their lives as well. Many times Fontaine and his wife has come and they shared what was going on in their homes. Because you always ask for prayer now, the shoe was on the other foot, they were asking for prayer. They must be willing to tell what's going on in their own lives. This is what I like about leadership. Leadership. courageous leadership.
Yeah.
What is courageous leadership?
All right.
Courageous leadership have a double vision. They see the world as it is and as it could be.
All right.
They see they see it twice. They see it 4 times.
Yeah.
Sister Mary, I know you've helped them on many occasions
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
make devastating decisions
Yeah.
about drastic matters that affects us all as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you've helped them.
Yes.
It's good, Fontaine, Pastor Fontaine,
Yeah.
that you could be real at home,
Listen.
that you could be human at home.
Oh, yeah.
And you got a person there that's your pillow,
Yes, sir. Oh.
that you can lay your head on and discuss the matters that affects all of us. Because when one of us hurt, we all hurt. But that's the courageous leaders that we have.
Yeah.
People who are able to push through uncomfortable situations.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
They are willing to make difficult decisions
Yeah.
and do not back down
Well.
when things get too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a leader. And I like that. I've even gone to him, talking to him about matters and issues and things that I may have had. And he got with me and he told me that one week, and I came back with the same thing next week. And he told me the same thing. I thought he was going to move on that, but he didn't move on that. He told me the same thing the next week. And I respected that because he was firm on that, and that's what he meant. 2 minutes. I got 2 minutes. Joseph, I got 2 minutes. What? It's like crushing moments. This is what I like to use for analogy. It's crushing moments. It's like grapes. It is the only fruit that's made to be crushed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here you are, Sister Mary and Brother Joe Fontaine,
Yeah.
in God's hand.
Yeah.
2 grapes
Yeah.
in the hands of God.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of hard, but you were made to be crushed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's at those times
Yeah.
that God is doing his best work.
That's it.
You balancing home and church and Edwin
Yeah.
and Brother Huff. You're balancing all of us all at the same time. And you're being crushed by grapes. And life pressure tells a different story. It'll make you squeal. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Life stuff will make you squeal. Life will make you squeal, but it is at those times that God is doing his best work. Crushed. They're made to be crushed and not protected. For it is when a grape is crushed that we receive its very best.
That's it.
Because if it's not crushed, then it can't live its full potential.
That's it.
Because being crushed means that it develops into that savoring taste that it comes from that grape. You know how you go through Walmart and you test the white ones and the grape ones and the other. It is at that time you find out what it's made of.
Eat them all in the store.
You eat them all at the store, no Fontaine. Lord have mercy on me. We're going to pray for them. It's at that time that when they're crushed, they develop and they turn into wine. A wine can last 20 years to 100 years or longer. It can last a long time. But then it is then that it is turned into its most value.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir.
It depends on what you say about how do you deal with being crushed. You got 2 seeds. There are the ground.
Listen. Tell you so.
And one, I would say, would be buried, and one is planted. You might say that that's the same thing, Edwin. No, it's not. One is buried, one is planted.
Yeah.
And at a difficult time, you say, how do you deal with that? You say this, Fontaine, and I've heard you. You say this mess is either going to bury me or I'm going to resurrect from this thing and I'm going to get up out of this mess.
Yeah.
I think y'all missed that. If you receive that, say amen. That seed is going to grow and it's going to come up out of there.
Yeah.
It's either going to bury me or it's going to resurrect me, and I'm coming up out of this mess. I'm coming up out of this mess. That's what you say. Thank you, Fontaine, Sister Mary, for being courageous. Thank you for being the courageous leaders that you are. For Fontaine, I have to say this. Thank you for being courageous. Thank you for being courageous when you had to, and Brother Melvin also. Thank you. Brother Melvin is a bishop also, and he along with. Thank you for having the courage to stand when nobody else was standing with you. Thank you for having the courage to be different. Not like Moses. God could use Moses. But what did he tell Moses? He said, Moses, no, I can't let you go over to the promised land.
No.
You shed too much blood.
Yeah.
But he waited for Fontaine to get old enough so that he could lead the people to promise. Thank you, Fontaine, for being courageous enough to open the Bible and see it differently. For giving us the unadulterated truth. For not compromising on what the Bible said. Thank you, Fontaine. Thank you, Fontaine, for being able to wear the robe. And even though, Fontaine, they talked about you, you still wore your robe. Thank you, Fontaine, for not letting people to move you because you were different from they were. Fontaine, thank you for being different. Thank you, Fontaine, for having the nerve to tell us what we needed to hear. Despite how we took it, you told us anyway. So I guess that's what they mean by preach the word in season and out of season. What do you mean? Preach the word whether they like it or whether they don't. It's going to be good for them when you do it because they're going to develop an attitude of gratitude. Now, they're going to like what you say. Just thank you, Fontaine, for being that man. And you're not afraid to be that man. God gave you a choice. And he gave you a mission. And you have not stopped. You're still on that mission. Get up every morning. Sunday morning. To come out to see your flock. To give us a word from God. We love you for that. We appreciate you, Sister Mary, for being our pillar. For accepting those calls, Sister Mary, and talking to those sisters about those issues that ladies talk about. Thank you for that. They look up to you for being their, how do you say that, female? Their fortress leader. You are their leaders. You're their example. You have a way of saying something to them that calms or seats in their minds, in their hearts. You puts it so eloquently until they can't help but to accept it. You don't know it, but I've heard you. heard you when you say those little things and the way you say them.
Yes.
That comes from God. You don't learn that. You inherit that. Can I say that again? You don't learn that. You inherit that. That's a blessing from God. You two are not a mistake. God intended you to be Joseph, and he intended you to be Mary. You're looking at God's imagination. You're looking at what God has set forth. You're looking at God's best work. I could give you $1 million, but it wouldn't express the way I feel. Because only words can express that. I read it says, if I had 1,000 tongues, it couldn't tell about how I feel. And that's just not for me. That's for Sister Brother Hoskin back there. That's for Sister Donaldson, and I can't call everybody's name, but you know what I'm talking about. It's for everybody. We all feel the same way. Good to see you this morning. That's for everybody here. Sister Half over there. We all feel the same way, Fontaine. Sister Mary, we all feel the same way. Y'all all give him $1 million. Okay, Joel has told me that it's over with. Okay. Joel said it's over. Thank you all for joining with us this morning to give God praise for these courageous leaders. Let me say thank you this morning. Somebody help me say thank you this morning to these courageous leaders. Bless your heart. Bless you. Bless you.
Let's all say amen.
Let the church say amen again. Before I start this up, I just got to say, Brother Joe, Sister Mary, I am so elated to stand here and witness the love, the caring, the sharing, the leadership that I have experienced here with you in the past 23 years that I became a member here at Pemberton Hill. We're all here for one thing. I sum it up in one word: reward. That's what we're here for. Brother Fontaine and Sister Fontaine has been rewarded. And the way God rewards you is through obedience. I like money, you like money. Some of us said the love of money is the root of all evil. It is. If you use it the wrong way. Right. Drug dealers got money. Yeah. But it's for the wrong reason. That's the devil's money. We don't want that money.
Oh, we don't? No.
We don't want that money. The money that we want is the reward that God gives to us through being obedient. Yes. That's what it's all about. God has smiled on me. He has set me free. Yeah. God has smiled on me. He's been good to me. I said, God has smiled.
for any leader.
Yes, sir.
Whether he's in politics or whether he's in the church house. Those are very encouraging words.
Yes, sir.
You know, some things come to men because they deserve it.
Yep.
He's deserving of that. Everything that he said, he and his fine wife and his family. And what I think further than just the leader, I think who's behind him. The congregation has a lot to do with that. The love that the congregation has for a leader brings out the best in the leader. Kind of like in your marriage. What brings out the good in a man? The Bible said he found a good wife. Found like a ruby. Something's found a good thing. I think so about my wife a lot of times. I tell her, I say, you really, I'm what I am because of you. And she surprised me the other day for my birthday. She told me she gave me a birthday card. And some of the things on there, I said, when did I do these? She said, you did them.
probably I told you, if you don't recognize your number, he's not going to answer the phone. But I did let him know that you've been trying to reach out to him. He said he's doing fine. Sound real good. Yeah. So he said, say hello to everyone. That you're doing well. Continue to pray for Sister Dorothy. Yes, sir. Pray for Brother Henderson. Brother Mike Johnson Sr., he's still home recovering. Yeah. The Gully family. And also, like I say, and others to stand in prayer. It's not, if you have a prayer request, make it known from where you're sitting at. We don't want to miss anyone. Sometimes when we call that name, you know, that means a lot. Sick to share in, or the ones that in the region at this time, Brother Lord, the person may not call everyone's name, but God knows. Oh, yeah. You ready for us? Give us a verse for song.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Amen.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, the Father of